Today we're going to be taking a look at how to create a refund policy if your club charges for court usage, as well as how to create and assign multiple refund policies, which would typically be in place at a multi-sport club. So begin on our club admin page, and we're going to head down to refund policy, and we're going to go and create our first one. So let's give this one a name. A lot of clubs out there will just have one policy for all their assets, so we'll call that default, and we'll set it as default, which means as soon as we create the policy, every single asset at the club will have this policy applied. Now we'll take a look at our options. So there's got no refund, a full refund is cancelled the day before the booking, a full refund no matter when the booking is cancelled, and we have tiered refund policies, which we'll look at in just a second. So we'll set that as the default, which, like I said, is now assigned that to all the different assets, but let's say we have a couple of courts that we want to treat differently. So we're going to come here and create another refund policy. Let's say we want to treat the tennis courts differently. So we'll leave that as no. We'll come down here to a tiered refund policy. Okay, so how many different tiers do you have? We'll do 3. There's a couple of different options for you in the system there. And let's say if it's less than 24 hours, we'll only give a 50% refund. If it's between 24 and 48, we'll give 75%. And if it's more than 48 hours before the booking, we'll give 100% refund. Obviously, we're encouraging users here to cancel as early as possible, give a greater chance of the court being rebooked. So we'll hit save. Okay, great. So we've got our default, which is already applied to all of them. Now we want to go and update the tennis courts, so the tennis rules apply. So we'll go back to our club admin. We'll go to assets and courts. We'll find the tennis courts. And we're going to scroll down here to refund policy. So you can see the default's been set on all of them. We're just going to change that to tennis. And now that tiered refund policy is in place. Of course, if you can create as many as you like. So if you have a different policy for every single different sport that's played at your club, you can do that. But it should give you a pretty good idea of the flexibility in the system. And we'll hit submit. So now we've got our squash courts under the default. And so far, just tennis court 1 under the new tennis policy.